Wanted to share some strategies of how we ousted our president in Korea and got him impeached, arrested, and indicted all within a month. Strategy 1. The first people to be arrested were Yoon's underlings. The people went for those who were under him, who went along with his absurdity during his declaration of martial law. Because remember, once you get the henchmen, there's no one for the top to call on anymore. Strategy number 2, as I talked about in the past many times, martial law is a very recent and traumatic history in Korea, and we remember that history so very clearly. Strategy number 2, know and learn your history so you remember that it is about the collective struggle of all people. Koreans are always ready for something because we are technically still at war. So strategy 3 is be ready already because it's happening already. Strategy 4, when Yoon declared martial law, a lot of police and military were dispatched and a lot of them dissented and defied their orders. Anyone at any level can defy and dissent. Koreans are protesting all the time. Any given day, you can go out and find protests happening. But when we needed a big one, like after martial law, there were protests that were happening every day, but there was a very large scheduled protest on Saturday afternoon to ensure that it was the most accessible in time and space to students and workers. So schedule your protests and make them accessible. Strategy 6, include people before the protests. Make sure there's maps, accessibility, information, demystify it, be transparent, constantly update the information. Make sure people feel included before they actually even get there. Strategy number 7, make sure people feel included even after they get there. The way that you have to think is you're all one now. All one. Everyone is one unit now. In Korea, people went ahead to cafes around the area of the protest and bought hundreds of coffees and treats, teas, so that people could get them for free. People brought bags and boxes of masks, hand warmers, blankets, water, and when you reached the destination, people were already handing out signs to every single person there. And strategy 8 is that protesting for Koreans is a marathon. It's not an event. It's part of movement building and community building itself. Don't regard protesting as a single happening. It is actually a way of life. We are always in protest whether or not we are at protests. Okay, those are just 8 strategies that I wanted to share for now. Remember, do not let things happen that should not happen. Do not let things happen that should not happen. And the way we do that is by connecting and remembering our histories of struggle, knowing that there are always more of us, and that with solidarity, we can do anything.